does. So bit of a surprise in the race itself to take that choice. I would have thought that he might have tried to make the corner. And now he's a bit frustrated trying to get this thing turned around. It's not easy getting reverse gear in these things. You can see he's struggling to get it in reverse, and he can't, basically, I think. He's on the radio.
A lot of speed in that corner. Here on the end of the straight, there goes Servia down the outside. Actually, he is passing Servia down the inside. But now, look at, watch this, listen. Yeah, he didn't seem to lose much speed. He got on the brakes, so he didn't seem to slow down much.
Yeah, he did not need to really commit himself to trying to get past Kurosawa as well, and that's...
I'm not quite sure why the right rear suspension broke on Kurosawa's car. That was slightly strange. But you can see there, Michel just clips that inside wall.
Here's Jimmy's view. Watch this.
I'm going inside. I'm going inside. I'm going outside.
Boy, he had no idea whatsoever. Woo! Him down the front stretch one more time. We look back to Mark Blundell's view of the Tagliani spin.
Quick, where do you go? Find a gear and get through it and go. In an Indy Lights car, he's lit up the rear tires. In both cases, spun back to the inside and made contact. You can see being on board with Mark Blundell, everybody else. So the races come down to the guys in the pits.
Again, here is Mark Blundell.
Oh, man.
Same deal as before, only... Here's the view from Cristiano de Mata's car of this start.
Cristiano starting back in 19th place. It looks like Dario just smoked the tires. You can see he made contact with his teammate. It looked like the Rio Servia got down in the grass. Ironic that it's...
Apparently enough to take the car out of the race. This is how Mark Blundell saw it.
Starts to go around the high side of Servia here. You can see him give a little wiggle, which must have been... Yeah, there you go. The smoke from Franchitti.
Look at it from Mark Blundell's point of view. Where he got hit.
And I tell you, that's the mark of an experienced driver. You see him pull his hands away just before he hit the wall.
Hoping that they're going to get green. This is Cristiano de Mata's view as Moreno went wide to the right and took the wall and took it very hard.
Coming back into turn 12, just locks it up. When that contact was made, okay, now as we watch, coming down into turn 12, watch Christian come down the right side of Blundell's car. He comes across, actually bumps Blundell. That catches the Ferran.
Can't see you going down there. You're out of their line of sight.
Remember what Mark Blundell said about taking an opportunity if there is one? Well, that one gained him 3 different positions.
On board with Juan Montoya. Now watch Kenny Brack, upper right side of the screen in the shell car. Now look, Montoya backed off early, trying to give himself a little bit of room. Everything's great. He's trying to go around the outside. He sees Franchitti, says, forget this, I'm out of here. And he goes over the curbs.
All right, down to Jan Vegas. Looking on board from Montoya. This should actually be ahead of a good deal of it. But he sees what's going on, says, I'm not going to have any part of that.
Montoya just runs out of room. Going.
I'll give you the view, too, a little further back in the field from Max Papis. He goes under the green flag.
Max started back in 14th place, starts to go inside, says, oh, forget this, I'm just going to stay out here. And like Montoya says, the grass is the only place to go without encountering another car.
We also have it. Now look at that, though. He misses everything else, and then he gets into one of the signs just on the ground. This is Mark Blundell, a little further back.
Mark Blundell back in 16th, comes down the inside. That's D'Amata in front of him, just misses there, gets back on the throttle.
Let's go to Gary Carroll. Well, as a result of that, we're going to take a look at this. Norberto Fontana started almost all the way in the back of the field. Well, there was some impacts there that were a little harder than you could tell from the high camera. Pretty frightening moment.
Now watch, Dario will lock him first because he goes in so deep, and a moment later, Mark has to lock them. He locks the brakes to avoid, and he's trying to steer this thing, and now he's just on the brakes going, oh, no!
And wisely pulls his hand.
There's not only damage from the left front wing on DeFerran's car, but also suspension. Rio Gugelmin, there's Fontana, he lets him go, turns in, whoa, got speared.
And that put DeFerran on.
Wings of Franchitti's car. Cold tires, cold brakes, and a lot of testosterone working there.
Well back in the field. This was the view from his camera as he headed out of the pits.
Leaves the pit, shifts up. Now watch his hand here as he comes off the button. Hits it, stands on the throttle, lights up the rear tires, makes a left-hand turn, punches the nose into the wall. And on to Thunder Valley now, turn number 9, a little opposite lock. Up 6 to 5th gear. This is a blind flat left-hander. Locks up the brakes on the entry with the back of the back wheels. Slides through the gravel trap, keeps it running. Gets it downshifted to first. You can see him pushing forward there on the shift lever. Stands on the throttle and turns this into the world's most expensive sports utility vehicle.
Not the first time he's done it this weekend. He was off to show you.
But just like Alex, it looks like he got away with it without any substantial damage. If I had gone off there, I would have done multiple barrel rolls and been on fire. Watch this. He's 3-4 feet up in the air at some points here. Goes off into the trap. Kanaan makes contact.
From Mark Blundell's point of view.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll take those 3 spots and I'll be on my way. How important this race was for their careers, for their futures. Now watch Mark, he turns in. I'm just in there too hot. And once you're committed, if you're driving on the limit, it's not like you can suddenly move.
Here it is from Max Papis' view.
Coming off that long back straight where we've seen so much action today, watch the left side of your screen. There's Kenny Brack, clips the tires, smacks the wall.
That was a pretty good smack on Vasser as well. Gidley's point of view.
Oh, man.
He headed in. This is coming up to the corkscrew.
That's Tagliani that nearly puts him into the fence on the left side there. You can see him go right for the push to talk button with his left thumb.
Watch just ahead now. Bang, bang.
Contact there with other cars. It was just Dario getting on the power and having the back end step out. And here's the incident with Carpentier.
Fortunately, it didn't look like Carpentier
Had a gearbox problem in this morning's warm-up, so he went to the spare car because of a gearbox related problem, and we don't know if that happened again, but certainly no power coming off that.
Yeah, Fittipaldi nipped it down to the inside. Here's onboard Montoya as he comes back through that area.
It's going, you guys. Oh, he got clouded on the way into the chicane.
Let's go to Jan Beekes.
Well, Chip Ganassi has seen those same replays. What's your take?
Looking from Cristiano's onboard.
Coming down through turn 3. You can see the debris. He runs over something. You could hear it on the onboard eye. Michael Andretti. Haven't been able to confirm that yet, but that's just what it looks like. Whoa. Oh, you can hear the debris.
Oh, boy.
From the onboard audio. 240 plus miles an hour on the way in. See one of the Penske cars.